What's up, Devil's Advocate? I used to sell drugs, and selling drugs is not a good thing. It's just something that I was very good at. So it's tough for me that society makes me push down my many successes in that field. You know, it's a lot like Michael Vick. Any NFL fans in here today? Yeah, okay. Sir, you're an NFL fan. When I say the name Michael Vick, what's the first thing outside of football that comes to your mind? Dog fighting, that's correct. Quarterback Michael Vick went to prison for being in a dog fighting league in the prime of his career. And I think that's a terrible thing. I have problems with that, okay? But are we going to let that take away from the fact that he won the dog fighting league in Atlanta 3 years in a row with a border collie at quarterback? Quarterback. That was 30 seconds on like an entire 2 pages. Speaking of the NFL, I love football. I'm a huge NFL fan. Go Vikings. Skull baby. Honestly, I watch so much football that for some reason, a lot of times the voices in my head will turn into the Sunday Night Football guys, Troy Aikman and Joe Buck. And it's odd. It happens the most when I'm like nervous, when I'm anxious. And I'm not very good at sex, so I get a little anxious when I'm about to hook up with a girl for the first time. So all of a sudden the voices in my head turn into, Joe, yeah, he's had trouble getting hard in his last 6 starts. But when he's fingering girls over 200 pounds, the numbers are there. That's right, Troy. Size concerns coming into the season, but his penis doesn't look like a chewed dog toy, which gives him an advantage in the Phoenix open mic comedy scene. They're disgusting. I've seen too many of them. I had a friend while we were driving the other day. He's brake checking a lot. It's getting annoying, and I mentioned something about it. He goes, dude, 80% of driving is subconscious. 80% of driving is subconscious where? GTA 5? Look, pal, I got a half gram of mushrooms in my pocket, and the 2 guys in the back seat both look like Franklin. So, slow it the fuck down and pay attention. This is a GTA reference for you guys there. Anybody here got like a mental illness? Anybody want to raise your hand? You don't have to single yourself out. I have depression, and I'm kind of glad that I have depression. Nobody that has depression seems to like it. And I'm not really glad that I'm sad or unmotivated sometimes. I'm just very thankful that there's something to chill me the fuck out. I need to calm down in a lot of aspects in my life a lot of the time. And not in sort of a, they can't handle this Gemini energy sort of way. Like more of a, I liked superheroes a lot until 9th grade. Can you imagine if I didn't want to kill myself in 10th? Depression, woo. I don't know, not actually anymore. I do comedy now, I'm so happy. Oh dude, I thought of this earlier. I thought of this while I was on stage at the mic earlier. Do you guys ever kind of notice how Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer is kind of a metaphor for black athletes? He was never allowed to join any of those reindeer games. Until that, shiny nose came along. It's kind of like if it was like Rodney, the dark-skinned running back, had a really great 40 time. And if you ever saw it, you'd say he cut on a dime. All of the white coaches in Alabama used to laugh and call him certain names. They never let poor Rodney get in any of the training camp games. Then one bowl game against Michigan, some racist coach came to say, Rodney, with your legs so big, why don't you lead the way? I don't fucking know. I slept for 3 hours last night and I took a mushroom cap before this. Look at what I'm wearing. I look like a fucking retard. Thank you guys. Thank you. Have a great night.